reason that there was no class was because uh, my teacher advised me to go watch a movie that's in theaters. Um, it's a Thai movie, made by like Thai company, like locally made, but it's been renowned for having a strong impact around Southeast Asia. It's called uh, "How to Make a Million Before Grandma Dies." I think that's a title in English. But in Thai, it's just um, grandson. So it's a movie about that garner popularity because no matter who goes to see the movie in all Southeast Asian region, Singapore, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, Indonesia, Laos, everyone have to cry as they leave the movie theater. So my teacher wanted me to then go and watch it to see what was the secret for this movie because the interview with the director and the cast was very interesting. Mm, they and the at the heart of the movie, when the writers and directors was writing the script, was not about how to make money, but how to change someone's life. And it took them 2 years to write a script, just that. And 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 many ideas were thrown around, but one simple, very simple, very minimal topic came up about a relationship between a grandma and her grandson. Now, if you haven't watched it, then I recommend you to, if you are in this region. Um, and it's all centered around making a movie that changes someone's life. Even when the composer, the one who composes the music, you know, after reading the script and like thinking of the music that he wants to enrich it, just by thinking of it makes the composer cry already. So true to what my teacher advertised, I've been with my family, and of course everyone in theater cries. And he wants me to crack the code. Why is it that this movie have that reaction with people, and what have they done to achieve their goal of changing someone's life? And I asked my family who went there with me too, and also read online, listen to online people talk about it, and they talk about relevancy, connectivity, being able to see themselves in them. But these are not something that I can use to upgrade the project I'm doing, which is writing a book. And also not something that we can then take away and use in our daily life of how we want to change our own life and people's around the life of other people around us too. Okay. Before that, I want to show you this guy. Oh, a kitten who's is on my shoulders now. Oh, yes, it's gone. All right. So apologies. There'll be a lot of him throughout because he's very Okay, sorry. I'm coming back now. So I thought about it. Oh, is he sad? Okay, no, no. All right. So I thought about it, and what makes it was something that my teacher taught me long ago, 3 years ago, about what changes people's life. And he bring up many example. At that time, I was still a monk, and also starting to teach, like foreigners who come to meditate at the retreat. and ask them, why is it that you guys travel around the world to come here? What are you looking for? And they all say that they're looking for something that will help them when they go back home, will change who they are, will kind of like make them see the world in a new way. No? And they all say something like this. But what is it that they actually need? And why is it that it's so popular that people travel around? And my teacher revealed to me that what people are looking for, and the only thing that can change people's lives, are new, yeah, new keyword, new vital information, new key information, new vital information. We can understand them as realization. We can understand them as experiences. But our world change when new information enter our head and it clicks. Even when the world around us haven't changed, but because of this new information, it unlocks something in us that, that makes us think in a new way, see things differently, all because of that new information. We are amazed when we go to school and able to find that professor who is able to say something new and profound, the right piece of information that is the last puzzle piece for everything in your head, that when it clicks, then everything changes. When people travel around the world, they're looking for what? Information too. Experience, information that they see, that they hear, that they taste, that they smell, that they touch. All information. But not any information, mind you. Had to be new and had to be vital. Key information. So, but what is it that this movie done special? Because every movie, not only this one, there's many movies who teach something profound, you know? There are books, there are teachers, there are masters, religion that teach something profound, and all those new key vital information are there. But why wasn't it as mind blowing, as life changing as some of the movies and music that people attribute to, or experiences, or conversation? Hmm. So what is the secret there that was missing? When we look back at movies, music, conversation, experiences, it's all about the details. It is as if we are journeying through the details. It's like the journey toward realization. Many books, many religion, many teachings from um, many masters talk about what they have discovered at the end, the core, the truth, the thing that really does change their life and the life of their followers. But what we lack when we then read their books or come listen to the teaching is the journey, is the details that will help us realize what those words actually mean. The words of wisdom, the wise words. It is something that we can even look back in our life and look at all the household wisdom that our parents gave us. Household uh, teaching from the norm, the culture, the family, the history that we all grew up with. But as a kid, we don't realize them, even though we heard our parents scold us, taught us many, many times, because the journey is missing. Or I should put it better, the details are missing. The details, the supporting details that need to be nuanced, meticulous, that give meat, allow that give meat and life toward the teaching that our parents, our teachers, has been teaching us all along. No wonder why movies, stories, and music, TED Talk, are able to deliver such strong teaching at the end. Because the teaching at the end is not the key, it is the realization after going through all the details. When we watch a movie that makes us think about our relationship with our family, make us think about the relationship between work and money and family, or something like that. We look at the details, the nuances between the characters interacting, the word they use, the word they did not use, the action that they present and the action that they did not present. And just by witnessing those information, those detail, we don't even have to let the movie or music or lecture tell us what is the key point. With only just the details, we understand the key point right away. But it have to be enough information. It'll be enough. When we have right now I have a new kitten with me that is not mine but my brother's. The parents, when they say when you grow up, they say that um having a kid is this and that, you feel like this and that. Having a kitten for and he just arrived today by the way, only a few hours, might not yet allow new parents to understand what their parents taught them. But give it time. Give it days and days, weeks and weeks, months and months to get the finer details, to realize that, this is what they meant, this is what my teacher meant, this is what my master meant. Only then, when you actually get the teaching, and only then will your life change. It's not vital if there's no weight to it. It's new because you just realize for what it is. Even when people say that, um, there's say for example, let's bring a easy quote up. Life is not all about money, or something like. I'm not sure. There might be a few catchphrases or key teaching that you have in your country or your family, but it's only new when we finally get there because it have a new meaning. It's new to you, and it's vital. It's important. It's information, and only then when we start to change. So that is the So therefore, when teaching yourself or trying to level up yourself, reading the books will help. Watching movies or some other teaching will help. Or the kid is sleeping. But really give it enough time. Enough time towards the words of wisdom so that we can then able to pick up on the details, vital details that will make us realize what the meaning behind the teaching is. For many scientists, E equal mc square at that time. Sorry that. Okay. For many scientists back then when Albert Einstein was still alive, when he went up to the board and just write something very simple as E equal mc square down, and then the whole audience erupt. All the physicists, all the scientists at that time go crazy because they are Because Einstein was able to summarize the mountain amount of equation to this simple short equation. And because these scientists know full well how this equation came to be and the gravity of it, they regard Einstein as one of the geniuses because he's able to make big complex things into small simple things. But when we teach this to newer kids, E equal mc square, when we heard it, we're like, so what about it? Even if we learn the meaning behind it, or how it, how this came to be, the significant and the history behind it, we don't get it until we actually take bachelor, master, PhD, go really deep into that field. And when you then finally get the essence, that is when you start to realize the profoundness of E equal mc square. So many things, wisdom that we heard, but is it like that for us? Is it profound? Is it impactful? Can it actually change us or not? Don't just yet disregard the teaching that it doesn't work. Because there are generation after generation that this teaching was passed on and on, practiced by the student who become the master to a new generation of students. And that they work, they live by, they swear by it. So that's why we have to give them a little respect, that they have history, and that they at least have rhyme and reason. Makes sense a little bit. Makes sense at face value. That they give it justice. How to give it the respect of time and effort in it. Then we will get then we will start to finally understand what that teaching is and how it can truly change your life and allow the teaching to really change your life. So this is a topic that my teacher want me to, I think, what want me to understand by telling me to go watch the movie. He didn't tell me the uh the point of that, but he knows that I can figure it out. So I think that is it. That is it. So now how to apply to ourselves. Okay, so far so good. Next part, need to
Yes.
talk. Thank you. Now next part, we talking about how should we then. So now what? Now what? In Buddhism or even in any other um, religion or teaching, when you see priests or monks or people who devote their life into their belief, be it religious or scientific or anything, they always praise and their prioritize what they're focusing on above all else. The priests and the nuns in the chapel prioritize the teaching in Christianity. The monks, Buddhist monks in the temple, Buddhist monastery, focus on teaching of the Buddha. Scientists in the lab focus on the theory of physics, chemistry, biology. Of course, they have to live their life, have to work, have to eat, have to shower, have to sleep, have to take care of their friend, their family, like we all do. But even so, their mind doesn't go away from contemplating and thinking about the topic. Like researcher researching every day, even when they go to work, in their mind, okay, what does that mean? Let it sink down, let it live in your mind. Even when they have to work, they will work first, and then when they have free time, maybe toilet break, then they bring it up again. Okay, the teaching here said like this and this. What does it actually mean? And so whatever time they have left, they give it to that one, or eating or anything. And only then will good ideas and realization pop up from it, allowing the teaching to finally have an impact on us. That's an easy way to go about it, is to bring the topic up and just keep it on your mind. Reflect back and forth like you would researching on a project or doing a project for university. Back and forth, back and forth. What should I write about today? What topic should I present about? How should I conclude my paper? Or something like that. Same way. But this is about the wisdom that you heard from your field, Buddhism or otherwise, or whatever it is that you're tackling. The important thing for all of this is the fact that these wisdom are tools to help us do what? In Buddhism, or I think in many religions too, like Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, the teaching are to help people to be free from suffering, to be free from the trouble in their mind and in their body, and to be used when they are facing crisis, and to be used when they are not facing crisis to elevate themselves up. And so these are our weapon, these are our tools, our arsenal that we need to use when times get tough. We can remember back when times are tough and we don't remember anything that we learned. All that is remain in our mind is how we want to be free, how we want to no longer be in pain, whatever it is, how we yearn for the life that was before when things are easier for your body, for your mind. All these trouble your mind, but never the tools that will help you. Because those tools, those information are not realized, those tools, those wisdom, those information are not strong enough, important enough. You're not used to think about them enough that when there's no feeling, no urge, no wanting to think about the teaching, then you have no chance of thinking about them. But if it's something that you always keep in mind about throughout the day, every day, make it important, make it part of you, make that wisdom who you are. Then when life goes to trouble, then those wisdom, those tools will be there for you to use. There's a saying that my teacher told me. He told me that today, Jimmy, you have to protect your habit so that tomorrow your habit will protect you. And this is something that is very, very profound because today is easy. Today is not too difficult. Today I have time, I have energy. But tomorrow I'm not sure. Tomorrow I might be in pain, I might suffering, something might happen to me or my family. But if it's a habit that I help today, then tomorrow my habit will help me to keep my life normal or to keep my life to do something that should be done, a good thing that needs to be done. So we have all this in mind. That's why we have to be vigilant, never forget about um, it's important for us to look back and remember the flavor of pain and suffering, not to live it again. Now, I don't want anyone to go back and dig something up, but my teacher told me that when you think about them, think wisely and do it with a purpose to give you gravity, give you weight, importance that pain and suffering will surely come again. In the past, you don't know how to deal with them. You have learned something to help you deal with them. But if it happened again, do you think it's enough to help you again? We don't want to go back there again. We want to stay floating and going higher, higher, further away from those suffering and pain. Are you working on that? Or have you stopped already? He asked me. Just like a patient who is sick, he wishes the world make every promise. If I'm better, I'm gonna treat my wife, my child better. If I'm better, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna change my life and everything. Promise the world. And when they're free, they forgot. Go back to the old self, they forget everything. And the pain and suffering, agony, will have to bite them back again. We don't know when. But it will come back. And all this time, in between the pain and suffering that we have, are we doing something about it? Or are we gonna go back to the same place? Maybe just 10 years from now. I used to be there 3 years ago, but now I'm okay. But 5 years from this time, maybe something happened. I have to be back there again in that place. Then the question become, have I wasted 8 years? Because I'm back at square one, back as where I used to be. That's very important. So then every day, the amazing tools and wisdom that you learn from the retreat, from the teaching, from the book, from the TED Talk, everything, will have to help you be further and further away from the pain and suffering, to help you fix problem obstacle. And even if you have to be back in there, you won't be scared. You'll be ready. You'll be capable. You'll be wise. And that's why every day we have to work to prepare, upgrade higher and higher and higher. That's why to contemplate on the teaching over and over again is important so that it can change your life to live a better lifestyle, a better way to keep on moving forward better and better so that you won't have anything to fear anymore. All right, this is the Q&A part. Oh, it's not done yet. 15 minutes left. So I want to say hi to Atlas. Alice. Welcome. Do you have any questions that you want to ask about? Or Michelle, if you have anything to ask too? Oh, yes.
Hi, hello. Thank you for this opportunity. I don't know. First of all, sorry for my English. I hope you can understand it.
Yes. Yes.
I came back home after 4 months traveling in Asia. So now I'm currently in Italy, and I don't know. I feel that it's a little bit difficult to continue to meditate, and above all to maintain, let me say, the positive attitude here back home. So when I don't know, when I go visit my parents or my friends, that they have not experienced like me, like a meditation retreat and so on. So it's a little bit hard to deal again with all of this, and also to not come back to the old Alice. I don't know if it's clear.
Yes, very, very clear. That's a very good question. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's a very good, very good question. This is a topic that everyone asks when they go back home because they realize that They have found something that they are looking for that will help them, and they want to at least make sure that it'll be helpful to them when they go back home, and maybe helpful to their friend and their family too. So I will go topic by topic. Okay, Alice. I'll start off with how to maintain meditation back at home. As let's
Sorry, can I just add one thing?
yes.
Because um, I don't know, sometimes I think that I don't know, I'm afraid that if I tell to my parents, if I try to explain something about Buddhism and so on, I think that maybe let my ego grow because it's like okay, now I'm a teacher, but I'm not, of course, so I don't know how to remain humble and how to try to explain and help them. Okay,
Mm,
thank you.
very clear question, Alice. Mm, the first step is to understand first what you have studied when you travel around Asia and in a retreat. Because topic like mindfulness or practice meditation is very new in the Western world, in Europe, in America, but very simple and normal in this area. So let me try to make it simple so that it can be something that will help you and maybe also help you to share with your parents too. So meditation or mindfulness is all about, for most people, all about being away from all the noise, the chaos, the business, the confusion. When you go to the mountain, the jungle, you feel at peace, quiet, nice. You think of the environment, allow that new happiness to come up. A happiness that only comes up when things are quiet, are nice, are clean, not busy. And we then bring our attention to the nice feeling that come up inside of us. That peace, that quiet. Do you remember this feeling? Because this feeling was always there back at home too. Do you remember coming back from home, from school or from work, and back to your room where things are just quiet, peaceful? You say, "Oh, very nice. Today my work is done. I don't have to be with my boss, with my friend. I can enjoy. I can enjoy the peace. I can enjoy my coffee, enjoy the time." And we just mindful of the enjoyment that come in us. Mindfulness meditation is a practice with that as a foundation. That is the beginning. So that's why when we want to teach mindfulness to our parents, let's not teach, but why don't invite them to enjoy and take a rest in their life? Everyone is busy, everyone confused chaos about their work, their life, their family, politics. Now why don't we then try them to, hey, mother, father, no? Bring them nice or even make the house clean, relax. I who ordained for 3 years now, after only like not long yet, find it easy to explain to people that being a monk is like retirement. You don't have to be anything anymore. Peaceful, relax. Clean out the home, clean out my room, and just enjoy. When we do that, uh, and we start to feel the peace and happiness inside of us, then we want to maybe enjoy with our eyes closed. After eating a nice cake or nice coffee, we want just to close our eyes and just enjoy the moment. This is where we become mindful of the peace inside of us. Mm. So you can call it meditation, but I call it just relaxing, just vacation. Nah, it's the same thing, but maybe different name. And so that's how we can share with our family or loved one, and also for you too, unless I know that back home, work and life take a lot of time. But when we have a bit of free time, uh, maybe don't watch movie, don't watch other thing yet, but just in your room or find a beautiful place, make it clean, make it neat and tidy, clean and open, set a new environment and just enjoy. After you enjoy the new environment, maybe enjoy it a bit more when you close your eyes and inside. And when you go to work, listen to the quietness, not outside, but maybe from within yourself. Enjoy the comfortable seat. Enjoy the nice cup of tea or coffee. My teacher told me that happiness is all around us. But you have to know how to feed your mind happiness. He told me to look at the sky and say, "Hey, look at the sky. It's so blue, so vast, so clear. How do you feel?" And I said, "Oh, I feel very, very good. I feel very open like the sky." He said, "Good. That's happiness in your mind. And use your sky." He told me to look at the trees, the mountain. And he said, "How do you feel?" I said, "Very refreshing." He said, "Very good. Feed the refreshingness to your mind." Jimmy, do you see people giving food to the monks? I said, "Yes." Ah, you see, you see their generosity and you feed to your mind. Be happy with them that they're helping, giving. We are mindful because we are always wanting to feed the mind very good things. Right? If you this way, not only that you are able to feed the mind positive thing in your life, but also force you to be mindful too, because you need to look for something nice. This will help you look at your attitude too, unless sometime when bad attitude towards something, you see them and you're like, oh, when I look at something like that, it makes my mind not so good. How can I change my attitude to make it so that I can bring something good to my mind? Maybe change your view, change your understanding. Or even if you can't change, you can then ask the question in the class. Mm. One example I have in the workplace is about a coworker who is very annoying. Now this person very annoying about him. So I told the person that, this guy who you say is very annoying. He he doesn't wake up every day to be annoying to you or to his friend or family. But maybe he just grew up that way. Maybe from a different country, different family, who when where he believed that those things are normal. Nah, maybe he has his own reason, but he don't set out to do it. Mm. If he is a nice person and you tell him that, hey, what you do is bad, annoying. If he is really a nice person, he would change. But how can we force someone who doesn't know that what they're doing is annoying? Mm. They, because of their not knowing and their action that come from it, they are hated in the workplace without him knowing to begin with. So by going to tell him that, hey, what you do is, you can change like this and this and this, because what you do is having this effect. He would thank you if he's a good person because he have no intention to be a bad person. He's lucky that you tell him nicely. instead of your co-worker that might shout at him. Mm. So something like that. Something like that. And finally, when we have time back at home, when our home is tidy and nice, that's number first step. To change your life, at least to make sure that at least doesn't come up, have to change your environment, redecorate the house. Not have to pay a lot of money, but clean out the house, make it minimal, make it nice and comfortable. Move things around so that the place are new, and then look at your friend, your family like a stranger. In the beginning, because when you go to your friend's house, a guest house that you never go to, you act very, very differently when you go to your family house. Because when you're in a stranger's house, you become a different person. They are new, you are new, you are a new place. But when we go back to our family, our old version comes up. We do the same thing, the same act, the same. Uh, But if we think as if we come to a new house, this house very strange, like a stranger's house. This person, even though my mom, my dad, my brother, sister, but think of them as strangers and act to them like a stranger. Not it doesn't mean you're gonna ignore them, but act to them like as if you're gonna act to a stranger. Be nice, be kind. Act to them the way the way you want to act. Your virtues. It might feel weird because it's new, because you're not comfortable. They might feel weird too, but keep going. You want to introduce yourself as a new person. New person, new person. If stranger come shout at you when you're in their house, you'll feel a bit weird. You want to shout back because they're a stranger, but you feel a bit weird. But when your brother sister shout at you, you might shout back because you're used to it. Yeah. So this is one way that we can uh, help us to navigate through life. Mm. Now, new atlas. Have to be clear who this new atlas is. Is she kind? Is she helping? Is she generous? Is she neat and tidy? And we try to make new atlas come true. 1%, 2%, 3%, a little bit, but better than before. Today might not be perfect, but not at all. Become new. Version 1, version 2, version 3, or version 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 is okay. As long as your version improves every day. So I hope that this helped Alice. No. One way to uh, invite your parents to enjoy mindfulness meditation without even telling them about Buddhism or meditation because it's the same thing. How you can also use the same technique for yourself. How can you also change your environment uh, to help you make new atlas become alive? Does that help?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for all the suggestions. Thank
Yeah,
you. Very clear.
thank you very much.